what I realized is that people stop talking about the war in Syria, you know? It's more about the situation in Europe and how they can deal with the challenges now. But nobody really talk about what's happening in Aleppo no more. And then the double morality is that on one hand I really respect Merkel, who said that, you know, the president who said that, you know, we need to, we cannot build fences around the country because you cannot stop somebody who is running from war. They will find their way, you know. But on the other hand, they deliver all the weapons, you know. So it's kind of, there's a double morality in it.
Right.
You know, but then I think this word refugees, I think if you listen to the single stories of the people, you know, then it's getting more to your heart.
Watch out, boom shot. You tell him so there's a make the way to murmur now. So this one is a short shot. You can't stop. Boom shots.
Boom shots.
Yeah, this one's not for you.
The look that just came over your face when that coffee showed up.
No problem.
Got a few now.
Man.
Need some coffee, man.
Yeah, that coffee just brightened up your smile.
I'm
right
a coffee addicted.
Are you really?
Take it?
It's terrible. Huh?
How did you want it? Just black?
With milk, please.
With milk.
Thank you so much.
There's a perception in the world that, you know, reggae, traditional roots reggae, is kind of falling off in its homeland in Jamaica, and that, you know, it's become more of a EDM, island pop, dancehall fusion thing, you know, whereas outside of Jamaica is where the roots are being kept stronger. How do you see it that way, or?
Not really. I mean, it always depends out of which perspective you see it, you know?
Right.
And I think there's a huge difference between the public and the published opinion, you know? It's not necessarily what you hear on the radio or on the chart, it's what the people listen to. If you listen to the taxi drivers' music, it's a lot of roots reggae music, and you have a lot of good artists right now, young artists in Jamaica who keep the roots flag up high, and, you know, traditional produced music with fresh lyrics, and I think there was always good music in Jamaica, you know. It's just that it's up to you guys and the media to, you know, give it a better spot.
Right.
But it depends out of which perspective you see it, you know.
Did you see the big spread in Vogue magazine the other day about the new roots movement, the Chronics, and all these guys?
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, it's really, there's some, you know, Kabaka Pyramid and Jesse Royal and Chronics and Janine, and, you know, so many good artists right now, and I'm really happy about it, and it's really inspiring, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Where do you see your path forward in music?
If I would know that, then, you know, I'm a seeker, you know. I just try to listen to my inner voice, and I would call myself, you know, I love our kind of vibes, you know. Sometimes I just feel like, you know, DJing on a rough dancehall rhythm, you know, and then the next day I feel like, you know, I want to do some singer-songwriter thing, and then I want to do some roots thing, you know. I think what really matters is also the lyrical content, you know. You need to stand for something, and I do have a certain responsibility when it comes to the content of the lyrics, because people listening to my music. So, you know, I don't want to be that my grandchildren who says, "Hey grandfather, what did you sing back in the days?" You know, I don't want to be like that. So I'm aware of that. And Luciano was a guy who kind of taught me that, you know. He said, yeah, you got to make sure what you sing, you know, because there was a time in the studio back in the days when I used to sing some slack lines, and he said, yo, come here, don't do that, because, you know, it not fit you. And I'm glad that he told me that. So I think it's very important, you know, but I'm a seeker. I think and now I discover the sides of doubts too, you know, and singing about it. You know, your weak spots, and I think that's when people can connect to your lyrics. But, you know, I just enjoy doing music, and I don't like to see myself in a certain category.
Are there any songs on here that are never released before?
Yeah, some exclusive songs on it. The one that I did with Shaggy, thank you so much. The one that I did with Shaggy, One Them, is exclusive. Then I did a song with Kimani Malika, No Solidarity, which is exclusive. And the combinations, we kind of changed the whole pattern of it, you know? So it's different.
Right,
you know?
right.
Yeah.
When you talk about singing and writing about your weak spots, are there any songs that you've done where you touched on that?
Yeah, I mean, like if right now I feel like I'm writing some kind of new lyrics because me and Kimani working on an album together right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I think the lyrics gonna be like, it's not really about weak spots, but it's like I'm just trying to find a different type of songwriting than I did so far,
Right.
But if you check songs like Tranquility, it's a thing what I'm longing for personally, and doubts is very essential, because doubts can be very motivating too. If they don't get too strong, they're too strong and you might get paralyzed, But if it's a certain amount of doubts, I think it's very healthy, and you always start from scratch again as an artist. And I've been doing this for a while now, and then with every album, with every stage show, with every song that you do, with every interview, I always start from scratch.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, I always need to, touch people's heart again. Yeah. So, it's not a bed of roses,
Yeah. I feel you on that. No, but that's the blessing and the curse of a creative life, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
You get a clean slate every day.
Yeah.
You can't be scared of the clean slate.
No.
Just mark on that slate.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. When you talk about a new kind of songwriting, I think I know what you're saying. There has been a lot of the same kind of song written in the genre of reggae. You have certain categories like, the righteous song and the ganja song and the dance song, the wine song. There's certain songs where they're all fun, but they're kind of like you've heard them before they finish.
I think we cannot and we should not reinvent the wheel, because I love reggae music and I love the message of reggae music, so there's no need to change a lot of things, but I can, get more personal, I can talk more about me and you and us and about them,
Right.
It's like one thing,
Yeah.
Another thing is storytelling, I didn't really have a lot of song of storytelling that's going into somebody's person. Right now, you see the refugee issue in Europe is like, I think the most significant issue right now, worldwide, because it's like 70 million people on the move, So Kimani me just, doing that song right now where it's out of the perspective from a young boy who made it to the shore, Yeah, lyrically it's like, I've been through the storm, been through the cold nights, I lost my family on both sides. I can't even swim, but I made it on the boat ride, And then he stands in front of a soldier and he's saying, am I talking to her? Why? Where's your soul side? And then the lyric kind of switched to the soldier, and the soldier say, I'm just doing my job, I'm just co-signed,
Wow.
So it's like a conversation between the two of them, like this kind of thing, I think it's gonna be nice,
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Tell me a little more about the refugee situation for those that aren't up on it.
Well, it's very, very difficult. First of all, I gotta say, what I realize is that people stop talking about the war in Syria, It's more about the situation in Europe and how they can deal with the challenges now. But nobody really talk about what's happening in Aleppo no more. And then the double morality is that on one hand, I really respect Merkel, who said that, the president, who said that, we need to, we cannot build fences around the country because you cannot stop somebody who is running from war. They will find their way, But on the other hand, they deliver all the weapons, So it's kind of, there's a double morality in it.
Right.
But then I think this word refugees, I think if you listen to the single stories of the people, then it's getting more to your heart. And if a young guy is leaving his family and his surrounding to go on a boat, and he might not be able to swim, and he risks his life to strive for a better tomorrow, even though he don't know what's going on, because he don't want to wait for a change. He want to take action, and it's something what we should really respect that person a lot. And but it's very difficult because you have a lot of people in Germany or in Europe and say, no, we don't want no refugees, and other people say, welcome refugees. It's a big issue right now, but I think it's a big challenge too.
Well,
to check the demographic point. If there was no refugees, then Germany would have a problem in the future because it would have a bunch of old people.
Okay.
One thing, I just love the diversity, you know. In New York it's like that too. It's people from all over the world, you know.
Right,
so we need to open up more.
Well, Donald Trump is getting a lot of
I
mileage.
like his hairstyle though.
Yeah, Donald's got. I don't know if it's his hairstyle or if he purchased it, but no, he's making a lot of waves with the build a fence against Mexico and keep the Mexican drug dealers and prostitutes and I mean. But that's a war going on in Mexico too with the narcos and all. I mean, there's serious issues there as well. So we're having this similar
it's
thing.
similar to the guy in Hungary, you know. Hungary is the country in Europe, but really build fences around it. I mean, it's some terrible scenes what we saw, where the military start shoot water guns at women and children who are trying to, in the rain. It's, I miss the humanity right now. There is humanity, but there's also the other side, And I think music is a very strong way to, mobilize people.
Have you had the opportunity to perform your music in a setting where you really felt like you were speaking truth to power?
All the time. I mean, we went to Egypt before the revolution. Or after the revolution, before the election, in the Arabian so-called spring. In Morocco, I was in Morocco where I felt that vibe. We played for refugees already. We have I think it's very important to, tune in with the people, and make music about it. Because I'm a time witness,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No doubt.